Game 2 here on day 1 of the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic, and it's the host school, Brunswick Dolphins, taking on the Camp Hurricanes. Camp Hurricanes coming in at 4-5. Dolphins are 7-2, and hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you for today's contest, our second of 3 games. Earlier today, Harcum defeated Caldwell 88-77. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First for Franklin Chapman and the Hurricanes from Camp Community College in Franklin, Virginia. It's number 2, Travell Ullman. Number 5 is Kylan Mans. Number 10, Jalen Duckett. Number 11 is Anthony Davis. And number 14 is Jay-Z Lee. And now for your Dolphins, 7-2, 4-0 here at home. And head coach Walter Shaw starting today. Number 2, Cam Oates. Number 7 is Blake Bartney. Number 12 is Amari Latham. Number 14, Mike Hayes Jr. And number 23 is Landon King. Dolphins are coming off a bad trip down to Georgia. Tough losses against East Georgia State last weekend. They fell to host East Georgia State 87-81 in overtime on Friday. And then they lost to South Georgia State by 34, 87-53. South Georgia State receiving votes in the latest NJCAA poll. The Dolphins were as well until that trip to Georgia. That took them out of the list altogether. So today for Brunswick, they take on the Camp Hurricanes. On Saturday, they will take on Harcum at 5 p.m. Approximate start times for all of these, more like 5:30 probably. And then Sunday against Chattanooga State, approximate start time of 3, but more likely 3:34. So that's the starters, and Camp Hurricanes are a D3 program. And they're playing the first of a back-to-back as they go back home tomorrow, and they'll take on Patrick and Henry, a very strong D2 Region 10 team. So the Dolphins with a little bit of a different starting lineup here today as we see Blake Bartney getting the start. As Walter Shaw told me a long time ago, he tries to get everybody an opportunity in the starting lineup. Keziah Halsey-Batts returned from his injury in that trip to, down in Georgia. So some good news out of those 2 losses for the Dolphins. So Camp and Brunswick meeting for the first time ever, as this is just a second-year program, these Hurricanes, who went 17-5 in their inaugural season at the D3 level here in Region 10. Sharp to tip it with Latham, and it's controlled by Brunswick. Cam Oates, 14.7 points per ball game as he goes to work. Latham at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper is good for Amari. Latham has upped his totals now to 11.4 points per ball game. And Latham moved up to 6th in blocks per game in Region 10 as well, but he's been hot from the field. Dolphins come into the weekend shooting 50% at home in 5 games and averaging 91 points per ball game. Latham gets the block there, and the shot clock hits 0. So Brunswick with a nice defensive effort here on that opening possession for the Hurricanes. Cam Oates shoots the triple off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Duckett. So a minute in, and the Hurricanes trailing 2-0 go back on offense. Mans into the forecourt. This is Duckett on the far side of your screen. Out deep, it's Davis. Man defense for the Dolphins here at the start as Mans drives over 2 defenders, got it deflected, but got it back and scores. Kyle Mans came in averaging close to 10 a game. He's on the board. Landon King quickly into the front court. Tip pass by Hayes. Gets it back now from Cam and buries the triple. Mike Hayes Jr. makes it 5-2. Mann's back in the front court now for the Hurricanes, with the Dolphins leading by 3. It's it over to Ullman on the left side. Ullman bounce pass down low to Sharp, and a late whistle after the block shot. First foul on the Dolphins will send Sincere Sharp to the free throw line. So Latham picking up his first, going for his second block of the game. Sharp on the season, not a good free throw shooter at 44% as he bricks the first. So Dolphins taking on Camp today, then on Saturday Harcum, Sunday Chattanooga State, and then they're off until after Christmas. At the end of the year, they will go to the Central Carolina Classic and take on the host school and Fayetteville Tech, a couple of D2s. Cam Oates into the front court for the Dolphins, leading at 5-3, 2 minutes and change into this one. Blake Bartney, top of the key, swings it to King left wing, guarded by Duckett in the man-to-man. King drives into the lane, throws it off the glass. No, tip up and in is good as Landon King gets on the board. Landon King on the season came in averaging 13.6 points per ball game, shooting 44% from the field, 37% from three. Mann's doing a lot of dribbling out deep, now throws it down low to Sharp, and Sharp is fouled again by Latham. So Amari's quickly going to have to go out of the game after picking up his second personal foul and the second team foul on the Dolphins as well. Oh, it looks like Walter Shaw might be sticking with them right now. So Sharp back at the line. I spoke too soon as Gardner gets off the bench. So Zion Gardner coming in. And Latham does depart. 2 points, a block, and a couple of fouls for Amari here at the start of this one. So 1 out of 2 again for Sharp. He's got 2 points on 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and it's 7-4 Dolphins. Bartney in the corner. Back out to Cam Oates. Cross court, Landon King for 3. Yes. King with 5 quick ones. Dolphins 10-4. We are 3 minutes and 7 seconds into the game. Cape Fear, Chattanooga State to wrap things up. Half hour after this one's done. Sharp misses the 3. Hayes has the board. Here's Bartney into the front court. Blake to Oates, top of the key. And they get it into Gardner. The flip shot, no. Tipped up and in, though, by Zion.
2-point basket by number 33, Zion Gardner.
Dolphins with 5 quick points, and they lead now by 8. Mann's into the front court for the Hurricanes. Just one game here at the Classic for Camp. As I mentioned, they go back home tomorrow. Mike Hayes Jr. making a nice defensive play to get the steal. Now King for 3, too strong. Rebound controlled by Sharp. And we're going to get a timeout. 4 minutes into this one, and Franklin Chapman not liking his team's energy, so we will go to a timeout as well. 12-4 start for Brunswick here at the Holiday Classic. 14th annual. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Danielle, swing the camera around here real quick. Try to put it on me. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, there we go. Here I am. How you doing, everybody? Yeah, I'm not AI-generated commentator. I'm a real live boy. I wanted to prove it. I have to come down every year and prove it. Some changes for the Hurricanes out of the timeout. Landon King with the steal and the bucket. He also got fouled, but no whistle. So, actually, I don't see any changes now that I mentioned it. No, yeah, Mikkel Miller, number 22, is in the game. So just one change. And for the Dolphins, everything stays the same. Miller fakes the three. He'll attack. Had his shot blocked. Bartney now into the forecourt. Dolphins 7 straight points. Cam Oates over on the right side now. We're just about 5 minutes into the game. King swings it out. Oates for three. Yes. So Cam Oates extends the run. It's 10 straight points, and the Dolphins in cruise control right now, 17-4. Man's out deep. He's doubled up. It's blocked by Gardner. Gardner volleyball tapped it to Hayes. Hayes to the bucket. Hayes throws it off the glass and in. Mike Hayes has 5 in the game, and it's 19-4 Brunswick. 12-0 run for the Dolphins. A deep three draws iron, that's it. But the offensive rebound, Miller now pull up, got it to go. So Mans, Miller, and Sharp with 2 points each. Bartney into the forecourt, splits the defense, fell down. And another late whistle. This time I think it's going on the Hurricanes. Just offense to defense as the defensive pressure here for Brunswick is picked up as this game has gone on. There you see Gardner got the first tap at it, and then Mike Hayes taking it to the house, earning himself a tough earned bucket there. So first foul on the Hurricanes. And down low, Gardner trying to bank it, can't do it. Rebound chased down by Sharp, and then Elias Bowser into the game. We have a foul called. I believe it's going to be on him. Dolphins now with 3 team fouls here 6 minutes into the game. But they lead it 19-6. Mike Hayes, good minutes. He'll go out of the game. And coming in for him is Ty Barbie. Duckett thought about the three. Now Mans gets around one person, took the extra step, and got the bucket to go. His second of the game. He's got 4, 19-8 Brunswick. Quickly in the forecourt, Cam Oates, triple try. Not that time. And over the back is Barbie. So Dolphins playing well, a little over-aggressive maybe as they've racked up now 4 team fouls. They didn't call that a foul. I think maybe just an out-of-bounds play. So my correction, it's just 3 team fouls apparently on Brunt. Nope, they just put it up. The scoreboard was just slow. So had it right. It was a foul on the rebound. Miller over in the corner. That 3 is good by Duckett. Jalen Duckett, 38% three-point shooter. Hurricanes a little trapping pressure, so they get it down low to Gardner. Gardner over a double team. Had a tough angle at that one. Even if he didn't have 2 guys on him, it would have been a tough shot to hit. But so the Hurricanes back within 8 now. As Mans brings it into the forecourt, guarded by Bowser. 12:45 to go here in this opening half. Game 2 of 3 here on day 1 at the Holiday Classic. And Man's maybe looking for contact. Nobody's back, and Barbie throws it down with the two-hand jam. 21-11. Ty Barbie puts the Dolphins back up by 10. Miller being hounded by Landon King in the backcourt. Able to get it across with a 2.5 to spare. Near side Davis. Davis attacks. Barbie stayed with him enough to alter that shot, then Gardner with the rebound. Nice little outlet to Bowser from Cam Oates, who lays it up and in. So Elias Bowser on the board with his first bucket, lead back to 12 for Brunswick. 3 subs ready to come in. Dolphins will sub in 2 guys. Camp with 1. Looks like we're going to see Amari Henderson for the first time at the next dead ball. Miller for 3, yes. Miller, his second bucket. He's got 5. Dolphins going quickly on the make. Here's Landon King, turnaround, got it to go. Boy, Hurricanes not getting back defensively. That's the second or third time here today they've gotten beat. Now Bowser with the steal. Bowser hangs, can't score. Rebound controlled by Miller. And do we get a tie up here? If we do, it's going back to Camp. Subs are in, but we have a timeout. 11-11 left to play here in the first half. Dolphins cruising by 11. Welcome back, everybody. 11 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here until halftime, and the Dolphins lead by 11. Number 1 is Calvin Beatty. He's into the game for the first time. Sharp is still in. Miller. Number 2, Travell Allman. And Duckett. That's the 5 right now for the Hurricanes. Meanwhile, for Brunswick, Keziah Halsey-Batts, number 5, in for the first time. Henderson, I mentioned, coming in as well. Out there with Barbie. Khalil Cook, number 11, out there for the first time today. And Bowser, that's the 5 right now for Walter Shaw. Dolphins have racked up 5 team fouls already. We have not yet made it to the midway point of this first half. So a few too many fouls. Duckett now takes it to the corner. Cross court to Beatty. Shot clock at 5. Contested shot. Nice defense there by Henderson. Bowser on the rebound, throws it to Amari in the forecourt. Henderson swings it out. Cook for 3. Off the back iron. Bowser fights for the rebound. Elias down low. Threw it up wild, but the putback is too strong by Cook, and finally collected by Camp. And then it's picked by Cook, and that is going to be called a reach. 16 fouls on Brunswick as the Hurricanes are racing towards the bonus. Way too many fouls for Brunswick right now. So inbound goes to Beatty. And he throws it away. It's a steal by Keziah. Halsey bats. Down low to Bowser, and it wasn't pretty, but it works for Brunswick. So Bowser's got his second, lead back to 13 for Brunswick. Here's Mans guarded by Keziah in the backcourt. Bringing it across midcourt. Went left of the lane. Henderson swiping for the steal, and the alley-oop down low to Sharp, who lays it up and in. Got some interesting info on the steals per game for Henderson. 6.4, who is the nation's leader in all of college basketball, by the way. Bowser throws it away. Halsey Batch trying to come up with the steal, and then it's thrown off Cook out of bounds. So a little helter-skelter there. So it'll be Hurricanes basketball. Allman gets it into Beatty. Gets it back from Duckett. 12 to shoot for Camp. And Beatty fell down. It's a steal now by Cook. Here's Bowser. Backing it down. Throws it to Henderson. Fakes the three. And the midi goes in and out. Offensive rebound. Keziah Halsey bats on his putback attempt. He's fouled. That's the second foul on Camp here in the half with 8:44 still to play. And I believe Keziah will be shooting two here. Good to see Keziah Halsey bats out there again. Terrific defensive player who played well last year for the Dolphins. And good to see him happy and healthy again. And these will be his first free throws. First foul was first foul on Sharp. And the free throw is short. Antonio McInnes is in for Camp as Beatty goes out of the game. 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. 8:44 to go here in our first half. Keziah Halsey bats gets 1 out of 2. Trap in the corner. Sharp able to get it. Got to get it in the front court in the next 3 seconds, though, if you're McInnes, and they're not going to do it. That was a 10-second call. The official were late to it, but they eventually catch up. So Cook to inbound it for Brunswick. This one's gotten a little ragged. Dolphins defense has been on point, though. Bowser from downtown, got it to go. Elias up to 7 points. Came in averaging just under 6 per game. Allman throws it in the front court. Pull up by McInnes, can't get it to go. Tipped rebound, gonna be controlled by Cook. Cook 4 on 3. Swings it out, Bowser will try it now from the right side. Can't get it this time. Offensive rebound by Barbie, and his putback is good. It is all Brunswick. Timeout by the Hurricanes. Dolphins 33-16 as Brunswick takes its biggest lead here in the half. Welcome back, everybody. 7:55 left to go in the game. Brunswick in control, leading by 17. I'm Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here on Walter Shaw Court. It's day one of the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. We'll have game 2 of 3 today, then 3 more tomorrow, and then 4 games on Sunday to wrap things up. On the press, it's a steal by Ty Barbie. Out to Henderson from downtown, buries the triple. Henderson came in 10.6 points per ball game, shooting 60% from the field and 44% from 3. Oh, Barbie swats it to the bench. Henderson also averaging 4.7 rebounds a game, 4.8 assists per game, and 6.4 steals. More on those steal totals a little bit later. Mans is back in the game, brings it into the front court, and has it ripped away by the nation's steal leader. Here is Henderson throwing it off the glass. Oh, the highlight play that could have been, ladies and gentlemen. Khalil Cook, top of the key. Camp is going to run a line change at the next dead ball as Coach Chapman not liking this lineup. Khalil Cook hangs and scores. 38-16, Dolphins opening it up, 22-point advantage. Mans brings it into the forecourt. Again, that sometimes it's man pressure, sometimes it's trapping pressure, but it's all working right now for Brunswick. Sharp between the circles. Sharp spins, swings it out, catch and shoot jumper is good. The little midi by Davis as he gets on the board. Anthony Davis, the other AD. Here is Barbie from downtown. Ty Barbie's got 7 points in the game. Dolphins 41-18. Taking care of business right now. Duck it out deep. Duck it. And the reverse is good by Sharp. Nice little dime there by Duckett, and the reverse shot by Sharp, pretty too. Here's Cook on the left wing, down low Barbie. Over a triple team, does not matter, he gets it to go. Ty Barbie feeling good with 9 points now. The lead is 23 again, the biggest for Brunswick so far today. Mans out deep. Here's Duckett, the turnaround 3, no good. Nice rebound there by Henderson, who flies into the forecourt. He's got Cook on the far side. Now Khalil gets it from Bowser. 5 minutes to play here in this first half. Bowser from downtown. That would have put him in double figures. Instead, he stays on 7 as Davis pulls down the rebound. Again, the trapping pressure for Brunswick. Davis fell down, but he was tripped. That is team foul number 7 on Brunswick. They racked up 6 fouls very early in this game, but have settled down here in this first half since that time. And we'll have a 1-and-1 when we come back. 4:40. Oh, no, we're not going anywhere. It's just everybody's, both coaches are just testing me today now. Both teams underwent a line change. It looks like the starters are back in for Brunswick. So it's Hayes, Bartney, Latham, King, and Oates. Now Davis is in the game still. He's shooting the 1-and-1 here. And he misses. Rebound controlled by Bartney. So Davis stays out there momentarily. Beatty, Miller, Grant, Davis, and I'm missing somebody, McInnes. That's the 5 right now. Beatty attacks, can't score. Rebound by Hayes. Throws it ahead, Cam Oates. Cam Oates gets around one man, met at the rim, and couldn't get the layup to go. Miller's got a rebound. Brunswick matching its biggest lead of the game at 23 with 4:07 to play in the half. Grant hands it off to Beatty, swings it, Miller for three, and Miller's having himself a nice offensive first half. He's got 8, Sharp has 6, so 14 of the 23 from those two guys. Bartney into the forecourt, scoreless first half so far for Blake. Bartney putting the moves on, gets it out to King in the corner. Latham top of the key. Cam Oates, Hayes. Bartney now for 3. And Grant tipped that rebound to himself. 3:20 to go here until halftime. Beatty into the forecourt. Takes it right side. Pull up over Cam Oates, no good. Cam stayed with him the whole time. Put back by Miller was missed. And then we have a foul on the Hurricanes. 3:05 left to play here in this opening half. Dolphins in cruise control still. They lead by 20. .05 left to play until halftime. Dolphins by 20. They've led by as many as 23. They've been really in control for the entire evening. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Second of 3 games here on Walter Shaw Court, the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. Happy holidays to you wherever you're watching from. We appreciate it. Bartney will try another triple, and this time it goes down for Blake, who gets on the board with his first bucket, and then commits the foul. That will put Beatty at the line for a 1-and-1. Calvin on the season averaging 12 points per game. He's 71% free throw shooter. Front end is no good, and Latham tiptoed to save that. Here's Landon King. Landon King got tripped up. 4th team foul on the Hurricanes. Latham in the lane, makes the extra pass. Bartney got blocked by the rim, and they called a foul. I did not see anything but the rim causing that disruption, but Blake Bartney going to go to the free throw line, and I don't see a lot of complaining from Cam. 15 foul on the Hurricanes, and their second in the last couple of seconds is Blake Bartney off on the first free throw. Normally pretty good, 83% for Blake so far this year. Bartney now up to 4 points. Latham is going to come out of the game with 2:29 left to go. Might have been a little precautionary there for Coach Shaw as Henderson comes back in. Bartney with the steal, and then he threw it to the official. Miscommunication there between him and Oates. And the ball will go back to Camp. 4 new players coming in. It's Duckett, Mans, Sharp, and Allman. Into the front court, Mans. Left side, Duckett throws it up. Runner no good. Tip for the rebound. It's fought for and won by Bartney. Throws it ahead to Henderson. Henderson pull up 3, yes. 6 for Henderson. Dolphins now have their biggest lead at 24. Sharp attacks, can't score. Landon King the rebound. Bartney catch and shoot triple. Front rimmed it. Henderson bounce pass to Oates, who puts it up and in. Cam Oates with 5 here in the half. The lead grows to 28. Mans across midcourt. Mans backing down, had it poked away again. Good defense there by guess who? The nation's steal leader, Henderson. Bad offense, though, for the Dolphins. As the ball trickles out of the gym. Dolphins haven't done much else wrong, though, today. It's been a very good performance. Offensively, defensively. Handoff goes to Duckett. Mans. Now Jordan lost the dribble, and then Bartney pokes it away. Number 20 is Leandre Jordan in for the first time as Franklin Chapman, head coach for Camp. Trying to dig deeper into his bench, try to find somebody and whittle down this lead a little bit. Nice tip there by Mike Hayes. Bartney throws it full court. Landon King lays it up and in. 9 for King. The lead is 30 for Brunswick. Last shot time for the Hurricanes if they want to hold it. Near side Miller, extra pass in the corner to 3 around the rim. No, put back is good though by Sharp, who's got 8 points in the half. Miller and Sharp have combined for 16. That would have counted, but King missed it back iron. Dolphins go up by as much as 30 in that first half, and they go to the locker room leading 53-25. We'll be back with all the second half action and first half highlights in about 14 minutes. points per ball game as he goes to work. Latham at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper is good for Amari. Bartney in the corner. Back out to Cam Oates. Welcome back to the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic, and the Dolphins are taking care of things on their home court. They led by as many as 30 in the first half. They lead by 28 as we're underway here in the second half. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. In the building here in Walter Shaw Court, Dolphins playing really, really well on both ends of the floor, as very balanced scoring as well. Barbie and Landon King have 9 points each. King trying to get into double figures there, can't do it. Let's see, the reverse there by Bartney gives him 6 points. Henderson with 6. Bowser has 7. Cam Oates with 5. Mike Hayes with 5. And then 2 for Gardner, 2 for Khalil Cook, 1 for Keziah Halsey Batts. That's the scoring for the Dolphins as they match their biggest lead. I can't wait to see the steal totals from this box score when this game is over, because the Dolphins must have about 14 or 15 by now as Bartney gets the steal and hoop. So Bartney now with 8. The lead grows to 32. In the corner, Duckett for 3, and he got fouled on the three-pointer. Tried to show you the first half stats, and I think my video editor took a hit of acid or something, because those were some trippy-looking highlights that we tried to load up for you. You know what happened is I rendered it in 3D mode, so that's why it was looking all wavy and gravy, if you know what I mean. 3 points for Duckett, make it 4 as he gets the first one to go. But you can check my socials or the Dolphins' socials after the game for all the highlights as Duckett gets the second of 3 free throws. His first foul on Cam Oates in the game. Duckett now with 6. Landon King in the front court. Here's Oates, same spot. Scoop over to Bartney on the left wing. Amari Latham posting up. They try to get it to him, and Hayes just kind of forced it. It was a misled pass as well. And a steal now by Mans. Mans throws it up. He was looking for a whistle. Surprised one wasn't called there. Bartney attacks. Bartney hangs, can't score, but he got fouled. So Blake Bartney will go to the free throw line. Camp Community College is in Franklin, Virginia. This is a second-year program, and they had themselves a nice first year, the Hurricanes in Franklin Chapman. Last year they went 17-5, had a win against Sandhills, of all teams, in their inaugural year. Bartney now up to 9 points. He can be the first Dolphin in double figures. So Barbie, Bartney, and King all with 9 points each. And now it's 10 for Blake Bartney. Lead 31 for Brunswick. Beatty gets the start here in the second half, brings it into the forecourt. Goes right in the lane, the turnaround fadeaway, no. Offensive rebound to Sharp, he had it blocked. Now King throws it to Bartney. Bartney from the baseline, got it to go. Boy, Blake Bartney feeling good. He's got 12, a game high. 61-28. Biggest lead for Brunswick is now 33 points. Cape Fear and Chattanooga State, the nightcap for us here on day one. That'll be a half hour after this game is complete. Duckett goes behind the back, got cut off. Shot clock at 3. They got to get it off. Duckett does from way downtown, and he hits it. So Duckett now with 9 points and a timeout by Camp. 17-12 left to go, or just underway here in this second half. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you out of the timeout. No changes for Brunswick as they'll have the basketball and a 30-point lead. Dolphins will take on Harcum tomorrow at 5 p.m. Harcum looked really good for about 35 of the 40 minutes of that basketball game, but they had to hang on for dear life against Caldwell down the stretch. And then Sunday against Chattanooga State, that'll be approximately 3 p.m. Again, all of these times will be a little bit later than we planned them to be, most likely, anyways. The days of the 90-minute junior college basketball game are well behind us. Cam Oates almost had his pocket picked. Diving for it was Sharp. Nice hustle play by him to earn the possession. Davis is going to inbound it now for the Hurricanes. A little man pressure here. Blake Bartney's played great today. He's got 12 points, but a number of steals as well. Getting the start for Walter Shaw. Sharp couldn't get it from the baseline. Offensive rebound by Davis, and the second team foul on Brunswick. Amari picks up his third team foul. Inbound goes to Miller. Miller, step back 3, no good. Offensive rebound down low, and scoring is Davis. Bartney into the forecourt. And the shot clock is at 29, and that ain't right. So the official recognizes that, and it'll stop us. I'm going to say what, maybe, 22 was what I was going to guess, and that's where it's at. So Bartney to inbound. Latham top of the key. King same spot to the cutter. Bartney, extra pass out. Hayes Jr. for 3 off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Davis. For Camp, it's Miller, And it's taken away again. Blake Bartney with a 3-on-1. Latham tip pass. Cam Oates, yes.
2-point basket by number 2, Cam Oates.
Dolphins back up by 30. And Latham racking up the fouls now. He's up to 4 fouls in the game. 15:48 left to go. We're going to go to a timeout. It's all Dolphins, 63-33. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman back here with you. 15:48 to go in the game. Dolphins by 30. And it'll be Hurricanes basketball. Cape Fear Chattanooga State will be our nightcap tonight. Looking forward to that one. That should be a really competitive game. For the most part, we've seen a lot of double-digit leads here in the first game and a half-ish. Dolphins making some subs out of the timeout. Keziah Halsey-Batts, you see his defense on point there. The ball goes out of bounds off the Hurricanes. So Keziah Halsey-Batts in the game as Amari Latham picked up his 4th foul before that timeout. Cam Oates has 7 here today as he brings it into the forecourt. Oates will pop. They give him space. You don't do that to Cam Oates. He's in double figures with 10. 66-33. Dolphins doubling up the Hurricanes. Davis can't score. Put back, no. Bartney the rebound. Throw ahead goes to Keziah. Keziah Halsey-Batts to the hoop. He got blocked but fouled. So Keziah will go back to the line. He hit 1 out of 2 in the first half for his only point in the game. Dolphins playing their final 3 games on their home court for about a month, actually. By the time this is over, it'll be a little over a month before they return home. After Christmas, they'll go to Central Carolina for a couple of games on the 28th and 29th. And then they start that trip, that Region 10 trip, in early January, that trip to Salkehatchie and Denmark, which is always tough, but Salkehatchie, the reigning Region 10 champs, going to be even tougher. They've been putting up, they haven't played a very difficult schedule, but Salkehatchie's putting up like 120 a game. Davis into the forecourt, gets around his man and scores. Davis with 6 points for Camp. 66-35. Cam Oates. Try another one and hit another one. Oates with 13 in the game, just like that. He's got 6 straight for Brunswick. Gives the Dolphins its biggest lead, 34. And Keziah Halsey-Batts in the backcourt. A little over-aggressive, they say. 4 team fouls on Brunswick. Once again, the Dolphins racking them up early. They got to 16 fouls in like the first 7 minutes of the first half. And then they calmed down a little bit. We'll see if that happens here in the second half as well. My answer so far is no. Another foul, so 5 now. Mans with 4 points will go to the free throw line. Kylan Mans, 9.7 points, 6.7 rebounds, 6.3 assists. One of the top assist man in D3 in the NJCAA. Bowser, a nice first half. He had 7 points, comes into the game. Zion Gardner also in. Just couldn't get it to rim in. Gardner the rebound. Bowser throws it to King in the front court. Here comes Landon to the hoop, and Landon King will go to the free throw line. King 83% from the charity stripe. What a year it's been from him. Remember, he was injured a season ago, so Landon King coming back strong, 13.6 points per ball game. Shooting 44% from the field, 83% from the free throw line, and 4.1 rebounds, 3.1 assists. And he's in double figures now with 10 points. Make it 11. Mans in the front court. Mans goes to the hoop over 2 defenders. And he's up to 6 points. Timeout again by the Hurricanes, 71-37. We'll be back here in just a moment. .46 left to go in the game. Brunswick 71, Camp 37. Hurricanes duck it as 9. 8 apiece for Miller and Sharp, 6 for Davis, and 6 for Mans. For Brunswick, very balanced offensive game. Blake Bartney leads, or actually I should say Cam Oates leads them with 13. Bartney's right behind him with 12. Then Landon King has 11. 9 for Ty Barbie, 7 for Bowser, 6 for Henderson, 5 for Hayes, 2 apiece for Cook, Latham, and Gardner. Dolphins with the basketball out of the timeout. And away from the basketball, it looks like Zion Gardner called for the offensive foul. That's 16 fouls on Brunswick. So here we go again. Dolphins racking up the fouls here early in this second half, much like they did in the first half. That's really the only blip on this game, though, as Brunswick has played a perfect one so far. Perfect 26.5 minutes. Another foul, this time on Gardner again. I really feel like sometimes Zion gets called for fouls just because he's big and he knocks guys down. Khalil Cook in the game for Brunswick. Ty Barbie also out there. And Armani Henderson. Armani Henderson, I mentioned, is the nation's leader in steals at 6.4 steals per game. I looked it up. I looked up all the divisions, literally every one of them, as the first one goes for McInnes to get him on the board. In Division I, Hayden Gray leads the D1 in steals, UC San Diego 3.7. At D2, it's Cooper Jackson from Eastern New Mexico at 4.5 steals a game. At D3, Luke Meinholtz from Ripon at 5 steals a game. In the NAIA, it's Derek Talton Jr. from Oklahoma Wesleyan at 3.4 steals per game. And in the USCAA, at D1, it's Manny Roach from Manor College, 3.8 steals per game. Bo Verdil from Penn State Du Bois with 4.3 steals per game. And then you go to the NCCAA, D1, Arnado Camacho from Roberts Wesleyan, 3.2 steals per game. And then at D2, it's Robert Murdoch from Carolina Christian, 4 steals a game. And then the other JUCOs, and this is the only area where anybody's even close to Armani Henderson. And the NJCAA D2, Dave Flowers leads D2 from Elgin Community College, 5.4 steals. And then second in the country, as Gardner gets the first free throw to go, right behind Armani Henderson, and he's not too far off, is Shamar Browder from Quincy College at 5.7 steals per game. So that's all of the nation's leaders in steals. As of Tuesday, that is. But Armani Henderson leads everybody with those 6.4 steals per game. He's got a rebound here as he brings it into the forecourt. Bowser tried to attack. Now they look down low for Gardner, threw it too high, and it's a steal by Davis. I believe, no, that's going to be a 3. I thought Duckett maybe had a foot on the line. Duckett now with a dozen, 72-41. Ty Barbie, top of the key. He'll fire a triple, and he'll bury a triple to get into double figures with 12. Lead is 34 for Brunswick. 11:40 remaining in the game. Almond on the far side. Henderson almost had his second steal of the game today. Henderson hasn't gotten as much run here today, so we'll see. We got a timeout, 11:35 left to go. And it's all Brunswick here tonight. Hershima, glad to be with you. 11:35 left to play in the game, and the Dolphins in a rout. 75-41 against D3 Camp. That is going to be a backcourt violation. So the Hurricanes turn it over out of the timeout. Ty Barbie, Armani Henderson, Zion Gardner, Khalil Cook, and Bowser, the 5 on the floor for Brunswick. Walter Shaw, by the way, 7-2 start for the Dolphins. He's knocking on the door of 500 wins. It's not going to happen this season, most likely, but maybe we might be celebrating win number 500 if the Dolphins keep rolling like this as Henderson gets an and one. We might be celebrating the 500th win for Walter Shaw about this time next year. They would need to really perform well in the second half of the year for that to happen, but it is possible. And it's not slightly possible. There's a real chance, and that would be great for a number of reasons. But to be able to celebrate that in this event would be extra special, I think, for Walter Shaw. I don't really talk too much to Coach Shaw about this, but I think this event is his baby, and he really takes a lot of pride in it, and he loves it when the bigger teams come down, like Harcum. We've seen Monroe in the past, and Chat State's always in the mix in the Tennessee region. And, of course, all the good Region 10 teams that play in it. Khalil Cook can't get the 3. So that would be special if it worked out that way. Again, a lot of things have to go the right way. I think the Dolphins, just to play it safe, they would want to probably they definitely would have to get over 20 wins this year. And I'm saying somewhere between 20 and 25. This team has the talent to do it, though. Mans goes right of the lane, out to Davis from downtown. And the putback, spinned in and out. McGinnis got one to go. Finally, the Hurricanes get a break. Henderson up to 9 points now tonight. Henderson thought about it. Now scoop over to Bowser. Bowser stripped, and Brunswick will have 7 on the shot clock. Past the midway point here in game number 2 on day 1 of the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. Cook in the corner with 4. Gardner got to go to work. He turns, can't score, and that'll be a shot clock violation as Zion Gardner did not draw iron. I thought he might have gotten a touch of the iron, but the officials were right there saying no. And the ball will go back to the Hurricanes. Mans into the front court. McInnes. The putback is good by Sharp. Maybe if you want to nitpick a little bit, with a few too many offensive rebounds today for the Hurricanes if you're Brunswick, but other than that, Gardner had it poked away, hits the deck. Sharp into the forecourt, and Henderson hit it off of him out of bounds. What a play, Armani Henderson. You know, that doesn't go down as a steal, but that's got to be something. I like the idea of an HP in the box score, those hustle points. Gardner goes out and Latham comes back in. Remember, Amari's got 4 fouls, so Amari got to be careful out there. But in a 31-point game, you can roll the dice. Certainly. Get him some run. Odds are the bench bunch will close this one out. Khalil Cook hangs in and out on the bucket, and then it's off him out of bounds. With 8:52 to go in this game. Mans goes to the far side. Here is Davis. Bounce passes it down low, and the reverse no good by Sharp. Rebound, Barbie. Tie into the front court. Down low for Latham. He had him wide open, but a little too much on that pass. Dolphins going to go to 8-2 when this is all said and done. And handle their business before they got to take on one of the top teams in the country, Harcum, tomorrow. Davis for 3. Davis has 9, and Camp Community College is not leaving this building with any timeouts left. So we'll step aside once again. 8:11 left to go. It's a 28-point ball game. That's me, Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you here tonight and all weekend long at the beach. And I talked about it in the first game. It's cold, even for somebody who came from Cleveland, Ohio. Like, it's cold here, but it is looking like this weekend's going to be kind of nice. So if you're kind of playing around with the idea of coming down, Sunday it's going to be in the 60s. So, you know, watch some basketball, maybe get some beach time in, say hello to the ocean as Bowser goes to the hoop for an and one. Bowser now a chance to get into double figures. He's got 9 right now. He would be the 5th Dolphin to get into double figures. Oates is 13, 12 apiece for Barbie and Bartney, and then King with 11. And Bowser now the 5th player for Brunswick in double figures, and he deflects that pass out of bounds. Just inside 8 minutes left to go here in game number 2 of 3. And again, after this one's done, boy, you can't do that. Yeah. Davis took like 3 steps on the inbound. You can only do that on the baseline after a make. You can't do that on a set play after a deflection. So, Dolphins get it back. Bowser top of the key. Bowser will fire a triple and get it to go. What a game for Elias Bowser. He's got 13. That ball deflected. Henderson comes away with it. Henderson swings it out. Bowser steps inside the arc. The little midi goes. Back-to-back buckets for Bowser. 15 in the game now, a game high. Corner pocket 3, no good by Duckett. And on the rebound, we got a whistle on Brunswick. So Barbie picks up his 2nd. McGinnis hit 1 out of 2 moments ago. And the front end is good. So 4 points for him. And he stays on 4 as Barbie collects another board. Bowser, might be heat check time for him. Let's see. Ooh, feeling a little too, you know, that testosterone was running. And that energy and that effort was all into that pass as he threw a rocket out of bounds. So turnover back to Camp. Miller gets it down low. McInnes up to 6 points now. Henderson's got 9 points today. He could be the 6th player in double figures. Now Bowser. Back to Henderson. Henderson attacks, Henderson scores. And he is the 6th player in double figures now with 11. Well, Bowser, yeah, that's an easy call. Right around the back like that. 9 team fouls on Brunswick, and the silly fouls continue to add up. And again, we've talked about this in other games. It's fine today, but you can't have those kinds of fouls come tournament time. So Davis now is the third player for Camp in double figures. Duckett and Sharp have 12 points each. Davis now with 10. Make it 11. Henderson into the forecourt. Khalil Cook, pull up for 3, yes. Cook has 5 points. 91-55, the high arcer, no good there by Beatty. Throw ahead, Ty Barbie throw it down with a one-hand jam. Barbie with 14. 93-55. McInnes, and I believe that's going to be an offense. No, it's a blocking foul. So McInnes goes back to the line. 10th team foul on Brunswick, so some double bonus here. McInnes. Grant comes back in for the Hurricanes. One out of 2. Henderson into the forecourt. Bowser on the near side. Henderson got cut off, back out. Cook, 3 again. Got another one. Khalil Cook. He's up to 8 points. That's Miller getting into double figures now with 10. Cook in the corner, they trap him to Latham. Fakes the shot, attacks, and he got fouled on the arm. Exactly 5 minutes to go now. Dolphins in the bonus. This will be a 2-shot foul, but Dolphins will be in the 1-and-1 the rest of the way, at least. Latham mixes the first one, just 2 points for him today. He actually scored the opening bucket. Been in foul trouble, though. Gets 1 out of 2, now 3 for Latham. Davis into the forecourt. McInnes out deep. McInnes, a little screen and roll, and he got fouled by Cook, they say. So McInnes is getting back to work at the free throw line. I believe this is free throws number 7 and 8 here in the second half. McInnes with 7 in the game. And make it 8 as he gets both free throws. Correction, 9. 9 for McInnes. Cook over to Bowser. Henderson on the left wing. Bowser will try a deep shot. Henderson rips the rebound away. What hustle there by Henderson. Bowser attacks, swings it out to Cook. Cook for 3 again, not that time. Bench was up and ready to celebrate, but instead, as we go inside 4, here's the Hurricanes in the front court. Man's over to Grant. The 3 by Miller, no good. And that's out of bounds off the Hurricanes. 3:46 remaining in the game. Dolphins in cruise control, up by 37. Dolphins 97-60, and it's been just wire to wire today. Dolphins have left no doubt. I don't see any changes. So for Brunswick, Bowser, Latham, Barbie, Cook, Henderson still out there. Henderson top of the key. Barbie at the free throw line. Turn around, fading away, no good. Rebound controlled by McInnes. McInnes is having a pretty good second half. A lot of his damage at the free throw line. Couple of tip-ins, no good, but McInnes does get into double figures now with 11. He's the 4th player in double figures. In fact, there's really only been 6 guys who have scored for camp as Henderson down low scores. He's up to 13 points. So Brunswick approaching the century mark. Season high, they put up 101 in the season opener. They can match that with a 2, surpass it with the 3 as Henderson got fouled. I said Henderson, correction, Latham at the free throw line. Hit 1 out of 2 moments ago. He's up to 4 points here today. So Dolphins hit the 100-point mark. Correction, their season high is 106. That was against that College of Southern Maryland team back in early November. Silly foul there by Cook. So we'll walk to the other end and shoot more free throws. And guess who? It's McInnes again. I'm pretty sure these are going to be his 9th and 10th free throws here in the half. And he did not look good on his first 4, but he's in such a rhythm now because he's gotten so much time at the free throw line. Gets the second to rim in. So 13 in the game for McInnes now. He has the team's high. Henderson over to Cook. Henderson now will try a triple. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Camp. 2:22 left to play in the game. There's going to be a steal by Latham. Latham spinning in the lane, and he got fouled. Boy, a couple hard fouls as Latham's hit the deck a couple of times now. Latham misses them both. Dolphins stay right at the century mark with 2 minutes to go in the game. Henderson once again forcing another turnover. Boy, he's something else. Don't forget, Chattanooga State and Cape Fear are coming up. I know the schedules say, the schedules on socials, earliest start times, sort of like tennis when these basketball tournaments are going on. Here's Bowser. Back to Henderson, 7 to shoot for Brunswick. Henderson, Bowser with 1, got it off but couldn't get it to go. Hurricanes again. They'll be back in action tomorrow on their home court against Patrick and Henry. The 3 is off by McInnes. Rebound controlled by Barbie. Cook for 3, no. And that comes right to Henderson. That's too easy. Throws it ahead. Barbie with the exclamation point on this game, as the Dolphins tie Barbie now with 16 here today. Barbie now throws it ahead. Sunday night at the Y right now. Bowser alley-oop looking for Latham. Instead, he'll lay it up and in. Smart play there by Latham. Altman gets it in the corner. Miller for 3, got it to go. Good game for Miller with 13. The Dolphins about 2-second difference between the game and shot clock. If they take the shot clock violation, no chance they'll match their season high. Looks like they might play this possession out, though. Henderson attacks, and Henderson, they say, was out of bounds with 9.6. So Dolphins go to 8-2. They end that 2-game losing streak, get the bad taste of Georgia out of their mouth, and start things off here at the Brunswick Holiday Classic strong. Dolphins will win today 104-67 over Camp Community College. Dolphins, again, back in action tomorrow against Harcum. Approximately 5:15 start time on that one. Once again, your final, it's Brunswick 104, Camp 67. We'll be back in 25 minutes with our next game. It's the Cape Fear Sea Devils and Chattanooga State. Don't go too far. That'll be a good one.